Final vote was 53 to 47 to confirm her. That does mean 3 Republicans did cross over: Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, and Susan Collins. You could also see the smile very broadly across Vice President Kamala Harris's face as she announced that the vote did pass, that Ketanji Brown Jackson will be the next Supreme Court justice, replacing Justice Breyer, and noting that the White House would be informed of this vote. I'm told Pete Williams joins us. Pete?
Sure, while it is a close vote, it is not the closest vote in Supreme Court history for a confirmation. Clarence Thomas and Amy Coney Barrett both got 52 votes. So Ketanji Brown Jackson has 53, and Brett Kavanaugh had only 50 when he was confirmed to the Supreme Court 4 years ago, with just support of just 1 Democrat. So it's a close vote, but by no means the closest. And Supreme Court confirmation votes used to be very uncontroversial things. Remember that Antonin Scalia, who ended up being one of the Supreme Court's most controversial nominees, was confirmed 98 to nothing. So those days are long gone. It's more a reflection of the partisanship that has taken over the Senate than it is about the qualifications of Supreme Court nominees, that these votes have been so close. So that's point one. Point two is, now what? Ketanji Brown Jackson has a decision to make here about whether she will stay on the Court of Appeals until she becomes a justice. She's not a justice yet. This is an important step along the way, but it's not the end of the road. Tomorrow, we think she's going to be at the White House for some sort of ceremonial event, perhaps the constitutional oath. That still doesn't do it. She still has to take the judicial oath, and that won't be administered until Stephen Breyer is no longer on the Supreme Court at the end of June or early July. So for now, she's in a holding pattern, and the question is, what does she do? She could continue with her day job, which is a judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals here in Washington, but she may wish to step down from that, because if she gets involved in deciding cases that then are appealed to the Supreme Court, she would have to decide whether to recuse herself from those. So it may be, she hasn't said, her chambers haven't said, but it may be that she'll choose to step down from that for these next few months until the Supreme Court term ends. This is an unusual thing, because normally what happens is a Supreme Court justice announces the intention to step down at the end of a term, and then the confirmation process plays out, and the justice goes whipping up to the court just before it convenes at the first Monday in October. That's certainly the way it was for Amy Coney Barrett and Brett Kavanaugh and Neil Gorsuch. They came toward the end of the summer. So, and Amy Coney Barrett, I think even after the term had already started. So Ketanji Brown Jackson will have the whole summer to get ready. But there is this overlap period. It's happened 5 times before in history, but those periods were always just a few days. I think the longest one was 14 days when we went from Chief Justice Earl Warren to Chief Justice Warren Burger. There was a 14-day overlap. But this one is so much longer because Stephen Breyer's announcement to step down from the court came so relatively early in the term, and the confirmation and nomination process for Ketanji Brown Jackson happened so fast. So she's got a decision to make here in the short term about what she's going to do for the next couple of months.